Hey everybody, how's it going? Out here today with Daryl from Australia. Where are you at from Australia?
Junee in New South Wales.
There you go. And we've been in contact for a few weeks. Knew he was coming out, so we set up time to get together today and check some stuff out. We are up here right now at the ruins of Tunnel 4, which you can see there behind us. And already have a train headed this way, so let's flip this thing around and start catching some trains. Got this westbound coming out of Tunnel 5 there. We're between Tunnel 3 and 5, right at the ruins of Tunnel 4. But yeah, got this UP empty auto rack unit coming through here with one locomotive on the front. Really nice day. It's in the mid 50s. There's Daryl over there. I like bringing subscribers out here to this place because it's really, you can really see the grade and get to see the ruins of Tunnel 4 and get to see Tunnel 3. It's a lot of stuff to see here. I think it's really cool. A lot of history. You know, right up there in the ravine up there is where the shoe fly was built to bypass Tunnel 5 after the 52 earthquake. And that shoe fly, as you've seen in other videos, was taken down. I've always said 2016. My buddy Don tells me it was, I've said 2017. And he said that it was 2016, and he would know better because he was actually working here during that time, and I wasn't. But yeah, this is a really picturesque place. Has a lot of history, tunnels, things everybody who comes up here are generally interested in. And I want to apologize now for the video when I had John and Ken Koosh with me. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I've noticed that it's done it a couple of times since where it just loses focus at the longer lengths, at the longer focal lengths and distances here. And I don't know why it's doing that, but I need to start putting on my reading glasses when I shoot these videos. Because when I'm looking through my viewfinder, my screen here, whatever you want to call it, video mode, I can't see very well close up, so it all looks blurry to me. Of course, I'm not wearing my readers right now because I didn't think about it. But anyway, I apologize for that video and any of the other ones where that is happening. I have a really bad habit of not looking at the entire video, watching the entire video when I'm done with it. And yeah, so sometimes I miss that stuff. The one I did with I was standing above the helper unit at Marcel, where I ended up looking down at my feet. I didn't look at that video when I was done with it, and that should not have been in there. That should have been edited out. All right, well, I know that there is an eastbound waiting for this guy to go by. He's in the siding down at Billville, so let's go catch him, and then we'll chug on up the mountain, catch some more trains. All right, drop down here to Bealville. Just as this guy tooted his horn and turned on his lights. Well, you can notice the dust coming from the wheels under the locomotives. They're taking off, had their sand going. I did notice when we came in here, we turned off the road earlier, that it appears that the rail gang are on their off cycle. Their equipment is all parked in the spur here at Bealville on the other side of the train. That train was in the siding. Back out onto the main here at the east end of Bealville, or the south end if you must. You can see the cut up there. That is where they originally made that cut to run the rail around the edge of that hill to run out onto the shoe fly across Clear Creek Ravine in 1952. And as you can see, it is greening up nicely. Beautiful. It'll look like this until around April. One week it'll look like this, and the next week it'll be brown. right there, covered in clouds. And right now, the head end of this train is just emerging from Tunnel 5. Up there, you can see it. Yeah, see it up there's the head end going into where Tunnel 6 once was. We're about 1 mile from Tunnel 5. So this is the back of the train. So this train's about 1.5 miles long. You see it emerging from Tunnel 5 there. Gosh dang it, sorry about that. That is the former location of Tunnel 6. You can hear the horn honking up there, and that is for the small private railroad crossing around that curve. All right, well, let's head up the hill, see if we can't get this guy somewhere else. All right, well, we pulled up here into the loop. I was going to go a little further down towards Marcel, but we pulled up here, and this guy's right here. I didn't even have time. I would like to have shot him from the inside of the loop. We are at Waylong. But he was close enough that I wasn't going to go across the crossing, which is right there. As I endeavor to always do, as I stay out of the way, don't do stupid things, don't hurry across the tracks in front of a train to get the shot that you would prefer to have. Just wait it out. Stop. Don't alarm the crew. Don't attract attention to yourself. Looking back down toward Bakersfield there. Down there, you can see the head end coming around the east end of the loop. East curve of it, I guess. I noticed that the signals, eastbound signals or southbound signals at Woodford were at red. And that train that left Bealville while we were down there should be around Woodford now. So I was going to try to catch a meet there, but meets at Woodford are they're okay if you're in certain places, but most of the time you're on this side of the tracks. You're going to be on the south side of the tracks, and even if you're on the other side, you really can't see anything. It's not like Tehachapi where you have a lot of sight distance. Here we have a lot of sight distance to catch the meet coming and going. There's a train coming around the loop. Big wide shot there of everything. All right, well, we have moved up here between Waylong and Marcel. Actually, we are right where the west end of Marcel used to be before the double track project. Kurt Quinn's place, the Quintessentials Rail Fanning Adventure Bed and Breakfast, or Airbnb, or whatever they call them. Tunnel 10. He is definitely not struggling. As of about an hour ago, well, when we were at Bealville earlier, which was, I don't know, an hour ago, I guess. 45 minutes, whatever. There was another train leaving Bakersfield headed this way. And I don't know where that train is now, but I think we will jump up maybe to Cable and try to catch him. This one's moving along well enough that there's no way we could beat him to Cable or Tehachapi. So the one out of Bakersfield is the next one I know about. Never know if something else was called out behind him. I do know that there was there were at least 2 trains. Daryl and I stopped by the yard office in Bakersfield, which the CAD screen's there, and there were 2 trains westbound down the valley. One of those, the one that is leaving Bakersfield or was leaving Bakersfield, is probably one of those. There was another one behind him, and that was just on Union Pacific. You never know what is going to be coming out of the BNSF yard through Kern Junction and Bakersfield. And you never know what may be coming off the BNSF at Mojave in that intervening time, but so far so good. I love it when I have subscribers out here and it's as soon as we pull up, a train comes. That's happened the last few times I've been out. And as I've said in other videos, I tend to have pretty good luck catching a lot of trains, or at least catching the same couple of trains in a few different places, as we are with this one, when I have subscribers out here with me. When I'm out here by myself, of course, I would like to catch as many trains as I can, put things together for future use. But if I'm out here all day and I only see a couple trains, oh well, so be it. Gives me some me time, peace and quiet. But that doesn't generally happen. This is a Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, I will be up at the Tehachapi Depot Museum doing some docent duty up there. So I'll probably catch a few trains up there tomorrow. They are headed further up the hill, across the tracks there. And we are standing. This is where Tunnel 11 used to be. Well, give these guys a little screen time. All right, let's see what happens next. Well, I was going to do a presentation. He was asking about war bonnets. Daryl was a minute ago. And came out here to operate the signal. See Daryl up there on the dock. And what's your name?
Brad and Debbie.
Brad and Debbie? Brad and Debbie are from Montana. I'm going to operate the signals. They said they'd like to see it too. We'll wait till this train goes by so they can hear me explain some of this stuff. Beautiful in Tehachapi. It's not windy. A little breezy, but not bad. Well, I'm not going to shoot all this train from down here. It's just a intermodal, and I'll go in there in the signal shack and start getting things ready to show these beautiful signals off. All right, we have a little bit of lull in the trains right now. We're out here at Warren and just had lunch at the Red House up Tehachapi, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to allow Daryl to talk about what he does in Australia. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. As Mark said, I'm from Australia. Back home, I'm a part-time train driver, or as you'd say here, an engineer, and work trains between a little railway town called Junee and Melbourne, and up north as far as Goulburn, and out into all the back blocks of New South Wales, mainly loading grain and that. And yeah, it was great to come over here and catch up with Mark and have a good day out.
That's really cool. I don't run into a lot of subscribers who have actually worked for railroads, and it's really cool to have someone show up who works for a railroad in another country. We've had a pretty good time this afternoon and this morning discussing some of the differences between railroading here and there, and the differences in geography and the similarities. But and what's the town you live in?
Junee, halfway between Sydney and Melbourne.
And if you're a rugby fan, they have their own team, right?
Junee Diesels, yep.
Junee Diesels. All right, well, I wanted to take, I never think to do this often enough with subscribers, but I wanted to get Daryl's story in here, and I'll have to start remembering to do this more often. Thanks a lot, Daryl.
Thanks, Mark. Great.
All right, this train, I think that's a pretty cool shot there. The train is a big wind turbines and the clouds in the background. Pretty cool, but we are still here at Warren. Got this UP manifest coming through. New paint jobs. Warren is what the railroad calls Warren now is actually around the curve about another half mile, milepost 377. But the station of Warren, which was once a train order and telegraph station, was right here where these trees are. Back there you can see the mouth of the Narrows there. That's the Cache Creek Narrows that goes up to the other side of Cameron. Cache Creek comes down through there, and that is Cache Creek over there. And then over there is the community of Cache Creek. Now there is an actual town of Cache Creek somewhere up in Northern California, but this is an unincorporated area, and it's just called Cache Creek. Station of Warren was established in World War I. They added a few, I don't remember exactly how many, but they added a few extra stations during World War I because of the high traffic that they had, and help keep moving trains more efficiently. And then Warren was closed when CTC was installed in the 1940s. I don't remember exactly which year. We were having lunch up at the Red House, the barbecue place in Tehachapi, and saw the loaded grain train go by. And that train is actually stopped in Mojave right now on the #1 track, which is the track he's on. And he is definitely slowing down. All right. Well, we'll cruise down. We'll look at the Mojave train cam and see if we can figure out if another train is, they're holding this guy for a train or for some other reason. All right, this is the train everybody's been waiting for. Let's listen to him work up this steep grade here. That train sitting over on the #2 track was the one that stopped. That's that last train we saw. He had a yellow signal here, but I know the dispatcher may have told him to wait at the yellow. I didn't hear anything on the radio, but that doesn't mean anything. What a beautiful sky there. Daryl was telling me that they were gonna do an upgrade on one of the rail lines in Australia and start hauling double stacks, and some of the people in the towns didn't want the double stacks to run because they thought they would make more noise. And as you can hear, double stacks are pretty quiet, except for that one. But that's not because of the stacks, that's because of the wheels. Another thing he told me is that the heaviest rail they run over there, where he is 120 pounds. They don't run trains as big and heavy as they do here. He said the ones he operates are in the 5,000 ton range. Conductor out there. The engineer, I don't know which one, probably the conductor. They're rolling that train by. All right, this is the UP that we caught over by Mojave at Warren. Power on that train. Sure, it's just a power move. Probably only have 2 or 3 of them running. It's a heavy train though. We saw it, we left Tehachapi and saw this one coming up with all those units on it. We saw it coming to a stop here at Marcel, and I did see that the westbound signal at Cable was cleared for this guy going by right now. So we turned around at Broom Road and came back up here, across the Tehachapi Creek by where the derailment was, and come down here. I catch both these trains. When we were leaving Warren, I noticed that they cleared the westbound signals on the number 2 track for a train following this one. I don't know how far behind him. I don't know how far behind this train that train actually would be. But I'm hoping that this eastbound sitting here takes off when this guy goes by, and then we don't have to wait for a train following this train. Still got plenty of time. We've seen a lot of trains today. And again, seen some of the same trains a couple of times, but we've had good luck catching trains and catching them in different places. It's been a very productive day. And that is CPSP 354 Marcel. That used to be the east end of Marcel. It is now the end of double track between Waylong and Marcel. You noticed it was nice and sunny over in the desert. It was 62 degrees when we left Warren. It's about 50 degrees here, which isn't cold, but a little more chilly. All right, well, this guy just got his clear signal, flashing yellow. I had someone make a comment a while back that a yellow signal isn't a clear signal. Let me state, for the record, that anything better than a red is a clear signal. Flashing red, flashing yellow, yellow, green, those are all clear signals. them running. I said earlier, Daryl had asked about war bonnets. That's the second one we've seen today. I noticed when we came down through Tehachapi Creek that there was a bunch of material stacked off there, and there was a pickup down there, and it looks like they are going to remediate the area of the derailment. I don't know when they're going to do that. I would like to catch them doing it, but if they're going to do it in the next 4 days, I will not be available. I will be working at the depot tomorrow. And I will be, Jennifer and I will be staying as guests of Mike and Cheryl Butters at Bed and Trains Airbnb in Tehachapi. I don't know if it's an Airbnb, I don't know. But yeah, they invited us to come up, stay as their guests, and check it out. We'll be doing a video about that. So look for that in a couple of weeks. Oh, more power, I'll be quiet. Appeared that most of the cars ahead of the helpers were loaded, and so far it appears that most of these cars behind the helpers are empty. Look, hopper full of tang. Even though they made that anymore. I know, I'm just being facetious. I think this is the last train I'm going to do for this video today. It's already going to be a pretty long video because we cut so many trains. And most of the time when I have subscribers up, they end up being long videos because I do catch so many trains. And if you ever come up, more power. If you ever come up and hang out with me, your video will be long too. Here are the URLs to my PayPal and my Patreon. If you can help the channel out that way, I'd sure appreciate it. right, well, that will conclude a day of chasing trains with Daryl Doherty, right?
Correct.
From Australia. We had a really good day of chasing trains, got to know each other, had some food, broke some bread, and now he's not just a subscriber, he's a friend. So it's been a good day, and I hope you all enjoyed tagging along with us. Keep shooting me the ideas. Drop in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. Say goodbye.
Catch us later. Great day out with Mark.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.